our school project. We were going to turn that into our school project, and we were going to, go out and do all this stuff and write songs about it, and then build this like elaborate stage and put on a concert at the the auditorium there in El Paso High. Have you ever been in there to that?
Yeah, it's a nice auditorium. It's really old, looking and pretty.
And that's, that whole auditorium itself has a lot of El Paso High itself has a lot of legend and lore. I don't remember the most of it, but it was the first high school built in El Paso, and it was for a long time. I think it was built in like 1912 or something like that, and for a long time, or no, it was built because one of my teachers from there got in touch with me about something for the 100-year anniversary of El Paso High, which was like a few years ago. So yeah, it was built in like 1916 or something like that. And originally it was like the only auditorium in El Paso where like traveling entertainers or whatever could perform, So they used to use it for all the for all these shows. There was this one famous. When I did all the theater and all that stuff at El Paso High when I was there, which is a big part of my El Paso experience and sort of how I got involved in the performing arts to begin with, was through one of my teachers there who I knew from pretty much the time I moved to El Paso and on anyway. But it's, I'll try to stick with what we're talking about here. So yeah, like the grand piano that they had there when I was in high school, some famous touring piano player had come through town, like on a tour on a train, and they had this grand piano, and he just left it there for him because he like gifted it to him because I guess he got a new one there wherever he went. But anyway, so we were putting on this project that was about us going on our adventures and writing songs about it and building this stage. And so that theater teacher of mine, her name was Mrs. Dominguez, and she gave us full access to the Catacombs because the entrance was through her classroom. And she gave me and my friend Carl full access to the Catacombs to build this like huge stage, which ended up, it kind of looked like there was enough 2x4s and plywood in that thing to build a massive half pipe. I mean, it was this huge, ridiculously large thing that we built, and we covered it with all these. He was a photographer as well, and we covered it with all these prints that we had done from our show, and built this stage that was like, it floated like 15 feet in the air above this whole ramp-like object. But anyway, we spent hours and hours and hours down in the Catacombs below El Paso High building this thing, and that's where we built it. And of course, once you're down there, it's kind of like, oh, I wonder where this hall goes.
Yeah.
I wonder where this hall goes. And there's that story about Toby Tovar, who that is, the math teacher there at El Paso High. He was like, I don't know. We always called him stand and deliver because he was like, he was kind of like, I don't know. He was like a hardcore dude, and he apparently got snowed in there in one year with like in like 1987 with a couple of his, which is when my brother was in high school there, with a couple of his students, and they went. There was nobody else at the school, and there was only like 2 people that showed up for his class that day. So they were just like, well, he said, let's go down the basement and look around. And
all right, let's go exploring.
Yeah. And so I guess they found some like brick wall, and one of the kids knocked a couple of the bricks through, and there was like some, supposedly, I mean, legend has it, some, like a classroom preserved, like people's books and backpacks still in there. For some reason, there's just this big brick wall built covering it up, and it was crazy stuff down there. It was before they put the AC in down there, so it was like, there wasn't all the but all the crazy tunnels, they had already been sealed off, but you couldn't get like into the ones that like go
Okay.
from there down into the underneath the city.
Right, in the Juarez or whatever supposedly they live.
Yeah, I mean that stuff is wild to think about. But I mean, there's no reason for me not to believe it. It's been proven time and time again that it's possible with the tunnels, right?
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey El Paso, listen to full episodes of your podcast on the Get Fucked Tech channel, and be sure to subscribe to catch the latest episodes.